Today, Sarah Carter out with a brand new bombshell report. It reads, quote, did Australian diplomat and possibly other foreign allies share intel on Donald Trump? Full disclosure, the Australian government is not commenting on the story. Plus, The Hill is also reporting tonight, quote, former Bush counsel urging Trump to move ahead on declassifying Russian documents, and also tonight reports that House Republicans will subpoena DOJ memos from Deputy FBI Director Andrew McCabe. Joining us now with reaction, Fox News contributor Sarah Carter, investigative reporter in The Hills, John Solomon. Good to see you. Let's talk about Downing, your article just out, and the importance of it, because they kind of went step by step by step to see, oh, well, this didn't work, let's get him on this.
Yeah, so we have former Australian ambassador, Alexander Downer, who met with George Papadopoulos. We all know the story. This is what apparently launched the Crossfire Hurricane investigation by the FBI. It was Papadopoulos' conversation with him. One of the interesting things is that he's been avoiding, he has done interviews. He just did an interview with the BBC last week. And the BBC official asked Downer over and over again, did you record Papadopoulos during your conversation with him? What was going on? Were you reporting information back? He evaded all of those questions. And as you know, Sean, they've also said they're not going to comment on it.
Isn't it a fact that we know, because we have a Constitution and a Fourth Amendment, they farm out surveillance to, like, our allies?
That's right.
Great Britain will spy on Americans, or maybe Trump, and then they'll feed it to our intel services?
Absolutely. I mean, I think Sean and I have talked about, John and I have talked about
I'm Sean, that's John. John.
He's a good-looking, smart guy.
Oh, right. And that also happened. Now, so we'll talk about that, but then you have McCabe's subpoena. Then you have the George Soros angle that you bring.
I do. Something happened tonight that I want to point out. But Trey Gowdy said something the other day on television I found was profound. If we get these FISA documents released, there's going to be a lot of questions for John Brennan. I haven't heard the CIA director in this almost ever in all the work I've done.
From my sources that Gowdy doesn't want him out.
Yeah, I don't.
He says they're not explosive.
Gowdy signed the letter asking the president, he's one of the 13 members, and he said John Brennan will have some questions answered when we're done. What if the CIA was lining up our foreign allies to help put a ring around the president and his advisors?
So in other words, farming out, breaking in, farming out, destroying and shredding our Constitution.
We know from the president that two allies were concerned that they would be exposed by the release.
The president said that, didn't he?
He did.
He said he's getting called. One was Great Britain.
If this was an American...
And it's not about Christopher Steele. It's got to be something
different. It does, because Christopher Steele's a cop.
What about Soros?
Yeah. Washington Post, the most unlikely, got to read to the last line because they buried the lead in the last line. But David Ignatius has a column out tonight, says all the Deripaska reporting we've done on your show, 100% accurate.
He's a Russian oligarch.
Russian oligarch and his connections with Steele and Orr, all the things that we reported, Bruce Orr. But at the end he says, oh, by the way, George Soros funded the Democracy Integrity Project. Now that's the project that showed up in Bruce Orr's note as the successor to Fusion GPS. But the Soros spokesman goes further and says when we hired Democracy Integrity Project, we were paying for Fusion GPS to do work. So we now know there's a new funding arc, a Stark Money Group funding.
All right, I'm running out of time. Let me ask you both this question. We've all talked about how the president needs to declassify and set unredact. He hasn't done it. Why does he need to do it in 15 seconds each?
It's essential for us to understand the full scope of what happened here, the malfeasance that took place inside the DOJ and FBI.
Has to do it.
He has to do it, absolutely.
The president said, listen, I'm worried the FISA court got misled. You don't know until you release those documents. That's his word. We should find that answer.
We know the FISA court was misled. All right, we got to